system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear.
Hey guys, how's it going? The Lionheart Show. And hey, I am finally in my home in SoCal, and it is amazing. Yesterday I had a beautiful, beautiful day. And guys, I got to sleep until 9. That is a long time for Miss Lionheart here. I hope you guys are all doing well. I got to touch base with some of the people who have actually done my program with me, and we had a good chat. And I really have someone special to introduce you guys to. We have a little beautiful thing that has been gifted to me and presented to our family. And she is just so wonderful. Her name is Indy. And this is our new future in the service dog here, and just a little blessing. Just another little, little beautiful thing to look at and recognize what walking into positivity and shifting your mind and your heart can do for you. For me, I just many prayers, and I was very thankful to the Lord for what I was blessed with and given. Anyways, let me share to you guys how to rewire your brain and think positive, all right? I am tired of dealing with the negative. All of you know that. And I'm tired of that thinking. It just doesn't help us at all. Is it possible to rewire your brain? You want to know that? Yeah, and I'm just asking, do you think it's possible to rewire your brain? What if I told you it is truly our brains are like a computer. It is amazing some of the things that I've discovered about the human body and the connection with the brain, your heart, your mind, everything, and all the things that we've walked through and what they've done to our bodies and how the cells absorb them, but how we can put them back out there and say, we're going to turn this around, because we were designed to actually heal ourselves. God, the creator, designed our bodies to self-heal, but with the right ingredients and with the right things. And one of the biggest things that I have as a mom and as a person and as someone who cares and is just someone who's sitting here to tell you, and I've seen it in my own life, that we have the capability of rewiring our brains to think positive thoughts and to shift the things that are going on inside even our physical bodies. And in the next few minutes, I am going to teach you the answers to these questions and hopefully help you completely understand just how you can rewire that brain to think into a positive form. But first things first, what are we even saying? Like, what is Lionheart trying to tell you about rewiring our brains? What is that about? Can you even do that? What are you saying? Well, first of all, think about this. When you first came into the world, you, as a little baby, didn't have all these things that you think nowadays. You didn't have these judgments. You did not look at the dude coming forward to you and go, well, that guy looks like a loser, or that guy's dressed weird, or no, you were like, I wonder if that dude's got food. Hey, I wonder if that guy's gonna love me, because I need some love. Like, you just wanted two things. You just wanted to be loved, and you wanted to be fed. There was really not many other concerns. You got programmed all the things that you think and do today. You were put those into your mind. They were installed, and that's voila. You have that coursing through you, and that's what you got going on. So let's say that it is natural and normal for you to think negative thoughts, because your brain kind of automatically generates this kind of negative thinking. And what if we're a positive and negative brain and body? What if we're like a battery? And let's say you want to change this. Specifically, you want to change kind of your brain and automatically how it generates these positive thinkings. You wanted to kind of remove the negative thinkings, and so that if that is natural and normal for you to think positive thoughts instead, then, you don't really probably need to watch this and you're doing all right. So, but if you rewire your brain to think positively from that negative always going, all this means is that you took some time and some steps for your brain. You took some steps to think positive. So now, if you're a positive thinker normally, that means that your default is thinking positive rather than negative. But majority of you are probably not doing that. So I start reprogramming the brain for positivity. What is the point if I've lived this long and, I've gotten this far, so what's the point? Well, because you can rewire your brain to think positively. So why not? If you all of a sudden as a human being can rewire yourself, and you can go, hang on a second, what? Okay, so like a computer, I can reprogram a computer and get it to go from, Linux to Windows, or from Windows to Apple, or whatever the different programs you want to do. Well, I can do that to a computer, and now you're telling me I can do this to my brain. Yes, you can. You can totally do this. Once you understand what negative thinking is and how it affects us thinking that way, what it does to us in your life, and making you feel bad, making you act the way you're acting, and it also, let me tell you, it'll become very clear why rewiring your brain is a very beneficial thing to do. Things change more around you than just a smart brain when you start doing this. But just to fully appreciate things, let me put a little more power in you and helping you liberate your brain and how it can transform your life. Let's consider some examples of things here. How is reprogramming the brain, how can it benefit you? What can it do? Well, for one, for an example, let's just say normal and natural for you to feel bad and struggle with depression or anxiety. What if it's normal due to consistently thinking negative thoughts? By rewiring your brain to thinking positive, you can make it normal for you and neutral, so you feel happy instead of this negative thing. You don't get to the dark depression place where you're sitting there and you can't move. And how many opportunities are you missing in that moment because you've been trapped by this negativity that is rushing into your brain and caused you to not be able to move, or it's stopped you in the moment and the anxiety has overflowed your mind and your body, and you can feel every inch go through your cells of your even your skin, your hands. That's what that negativity is doing to you. So why rewire your brain? Because that's killing you. Because it also will program your brain for success. Negativity does not bring you success. Or to consider another example, let's say you think negative ways, and those negative ways continuously sabotage everything in your life, so that all of a sudden something's going really well, and then it's not going to be much longer before the negativity hits in, and you are going to fail. That's what you tell yourself. So you already set yourself up already inside, and your body's already feeling the defeat, because the negativity was what was ruling rather than the positive. It causes you to make a lot less confident decisions, and it prevents you from achieving the things you really want. So by rewiring your brain to go from negative to positive, this will help you make you more confident and help you make more wise decisions and easier to achieve those things. So in a sense, you can learn how to rewire your brain for success too, I guess, if we really want to put it that way. Rewire your brain to stop bad habits. Or let's say you're struggling with a behavior or something that just kind of is a consistent thing you do repeatedly, like a habit, I guess, is what it really is considered. And you want to stop doing these things. And if you want, did you know you have the power to rewire your brain? To think in ways that make it easier for you to break those bad habits. Let me tell you something. If you're finding it hard to stop smoking cigarettes or smoking something or doing things that, is a habit for you and you don't want it to do, you can reprogram your brain to think in ways to make it easier for you to become smoke-free. Isn't it amazing? Guys, things are a little bit more simpler than you think. Narrow it down. It's amazing, even when I narrowed down the gospel, it was all of a sudden I realized Jesus wasn't really quite like how a lot of us in the church make him out to be. For example, here's another thing. I just want to tell you is that as you can see what I'm telling you, the potential and the benefits for reprogramming this mind from positive to from negative to positive, it makes your brain limitless. In general, though, overall reason to do this is it improves your life, and it improves everything around you and every result, because it actually brings you down to living in the moment. It brings you down to paying attention to what is all around you right now. It brings it down to simplicity. These minds, these things that we have, we've been taught we can only use a certain part of it, but the reality is you can expand it. You can expand your heart and your mind to do and go beyond what you ever expected. But the thing is, we have to remove ourselves from the consistent negativity and the consistent judging of others and the consistent of judging yourself. So how do we rewire our brain to be positive? Here's an example of how you can do this. How do you rewire your brain so you always see a glass half full and instead of half empty? Or how do you reprogram your brain so you recognize that you are a valuable and wonderful and important person, instead of thinking you are absolutely nothing and you're just nothing but an absolute loser and not worth anything? That is a lie. Society will try and feed you these lies, and you have to battle them and grab onto what the truth is. So here's some brain programming steps. Understand that you can simultaneously value positive and negative ways of thinking at the same time. Realize that you are less consistent in the ways you think, feel, and act. And when you simultaneously value positive over the negative ways of thinking, it will completely shift your brain. And when you recognize without a single doubt what you want to think, and you get to control how you want to think, and you get to put the emotions in how you feel and act in positive ways. And if you start doing it consistently, this will always start to see more value in yourself, and you will start to pour out even positive around you, and then the negative thoughts will begin to fade to nothing. How about when you change the thinking and you consistently stop thinking a negative thought and start to replace it with a positive thought? At the same time, you will be rewiring your brain for positivity. One of the things you can do when you're in a negative thought and you're really having a hard time getting out, just count in your head 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put in something else. Remind yourself where you're at. Pay attention. So once you complete each of these, you're going to be able to rewire your brain for positivity. And you will have always simplified your thinking process in a beneficial way. So when you wake up in the morning, you got that negativity there, you got to remind yourself, I got to go somewhere else. This is not where I'm going. After you start going through these steps with everything, recognizing that the glass is half full rather than half empty, and that are, removing the negative thoughts. And once you realize the glass is half full, instead of the opinion that it's a direction, it's the reality of where you put your mind, and it'll naturally just go there. Even when someone points out you can't see the glass that way, even when someone tries to tell you the otherwise, your brain will automatically go to where it needs to go, because you will have valued the truth of who you truly are. Similarly, after going through these steps, reminding yourself, I'm a great person. I'm not a loser. Recognizing that there's always going to be two possibilities in your brain, but you get to choose which one you're going to put in and take in. Remember, you get to have the options to be considering what you're putting into your mind and into your body. And even if someone calls you the worst things, you always get to turn that possibility around what the truth is. That's simply someone else's way of thinking. And you have to remember that that's not yours. And that sometimes these little programs that walk past us shoot out their negativity. But we get to program what we have. Frequently ask yourself questions that helps you rewire your brain. Like questions like this: how long does it take to rewire the brain for positivity? How do you reprogram the subconscious mind? What is the difference between brain training and rewiring? Ask yourself these questions so that you can get it foundational and know. Your brain is kind of like its own rewire computer. It'll fit into the things that you decide to put it into, how it fits. You have to get to choose how to rewire your brain. You get to choose how to rewire your thoughts. Whatever change in thinking you want to make, it's up to you how you choose to reprogram your brain. It's up to you how you choose to reprogram it for positivity. You can either choose to use the positive thinking tools. You can try and figure out something else for you. But this has all the information that I had learned and that has helped me. So, one of the best things that I do too is if I get that negative thought, I look at what that negative thought is. And then I try to rewire it into a new language and go, okay, so this is what thought came across. That's the lie. So if I thought, okay, I'm just nothing but a complete utter loser. That's not the truth. I'm nothing but someone who's really smart and valuable. There's the truth. So even though I think I'm a loser, the truth is I am very valuable and I am something. So you can take it, you can say even though, because then you're letting yourself, you're actually giving yourself, yeah, okay, I think this, even though I think this. The truth is this. And so you have to choose what you're going to do, put in and put out. Anyways, guys, this was a long one, but welcome to Lionheart, and I hope this can help you from going from negative to positive. Peace out. Take care. That's how you rewire your brain.